A continuación, Arquitectos de la Innovación.
Imagine a world without the ability to capture or transmit sound. Every word we speak would be lost forever. There'd be no phones, no radio, no stadium rock concerts. So how did we conquer sound? It was an unknown printer who created the first ever recording of the human voice, though no one heard it for 150 years.
It sounds kind of like a horror movie soundtrack, I have to say.
And a beautiful movie star who helped give us privacy on our mobile phones. She'd rather spend the night at home reading Scientific American than going out to some glamorous party. These are classic examples of the kind of people who actually made the modern world. And their stories are probably ones you've never heard. They're hobbyists and garage inventors, maverick characters doing extraordinary things. The thing about these pioneers is that they didn't just give us mastery over sound, but they also set in motion an amazing chain reaction of ideas, resulting in innovations that would go on to affect every aspect of our lives. From the world of work, 1784, to race relations, saving lives, and changing our cities. I want to show how the link between all these apparently unconnected worlds starts with the unsung heroes of sound. I'm Stephen Johnson. I write about ideas and innovation. And this is the untold story of how we got to now. It's almost a sacred experience, the desire to capture and share another human voice. But the art and science of manipulating sound is actually an old story, one that takes us back to prehistoric times. Here at the Arcy-sur-Cure caves in France are traces of human activity over 30,000 years old.
This is one of the most magical spaces I've ever been in. I'm standing just inches away from one of the very first traces of our desire to record our experiences. The researchers now believe that these caves were not just used by our ancestors to express themselves with their hands, but also with their voices. These incredible sounds are coming from Professor Igor Rutsnikov, a specialist in the sonic acoustics of ancient spaces. He believes it's no coincidence that the wall paintings are located in specific areas.
It's a space for the eyes, but it's a space also for ears. The more you have echoes, the more you have paintings.
So the most acoustically interesting parts of the cave turn out to be populated by the most images.
Yes.
So they would sit in this space, look at these images, make these amazing reverberant sounds. It was like the IMAX theater of the Paleolithic era. Can I try the chanting for a second? Let me give it a shot, okay? You be my instructor here. I've never done this before. Oh. That sounded pretty good.
Yes.
I feel very manly when I do that.
Try to push this on.
Of course, Paleolithic tribes couldn't record their own voices the way they could capture their visual experiences in painting.
But by chanting and making animal sounds here, they were experimenting with a very early form of sound engineering, using the natural acoustics of the cave to enhance and amplify the human voice.
But over the next 30,000 years, not much happened. Sure, cave painting became Impressionism. But even by the late 1800s, our best attempts to share and amplify the sound of our voices basically amounted to shouting in big, echoey rooms. But in the late 19th century, that was about to change. Because an idea emerged that would transform everything from how we respond to emergencies to how we build our cities. Thanks, in large part, to a failed invention from a forgotten Frenchman. In the middle of the 19th century, there's a new technology that has everyone excited: photography. It's a medium that allows us to go beyond the painted impression of the world, and for the first time, to capture a mirror image of our lives. One instant convert to photography was a young would-be inventor called Edward Leon Scott de Martinville. Scott saw how photography was able to freeze time, to immortalize what we could see, and this got him thinking. Scott is a printer by trade, so it's his job to reproduce and share the written word.